Hello, friends. Welcome. I'm so happy to see your beautiful faces. It's my favorite when everybody hops on with their video so that I can see you. Welcome. Tonight, we're going to talk all about prioritizing our lives. We are really focusing on three things: streamlining the essentials, focusing on what matters most, and then letting go of the rest. So I'm going to give us a couple of minutes. I still see people coming in. Tell me how you're doing. How are you feeling about the workshop tonight? Where are you joining us from? What did you bring to drink? I've got my tea. Allison, that's totally fine. If you don't want to put on your video, seriously, no worries at all. No worries at all. I totally get that. I actually dried my hair today since I knew we were going to be here. It was a rare thing in a Las Vegas summer. Usually it's in a pile on top of my head. Okay, we're joining from North Carolina, Boston, Arkansas, Tennessee, Canada, Vancouver Island. Jane, you're in Henderson. Me too. Well, I'm in Las Vegas, but it's close. Texas. Oh, I see some people have tea. I love it. Good job. Iced tea, ice water. Smart people. I know I'm a little crazy with my hot tea, but I can't live without it. It's a problem. New Zealand. Hi, Tracy. That's so fun. What time is it there? I don't know what the time difference is. Lots of people from Canada today. Becky, I'm stuck in my 3-year-old's bedroom waiting for her to go to sleep already. I know you were thinking if that was going to work out tonight, so I'm glad you're here. Rita, Allison, Susan. Oh, a couple people from New Zealand. How fun. 12 p.m. on Tuesday. Tracy, how is Tuesday going? It is still Monday here. That's so fun. Okay. All right. Well, we'll get started. I still see people trickling in, but I want to really be careful with your time. We are going to just dive right in. Here we go. Welcome to the Prioritize Your Life workshop. I am so excited to share this with you tonight. If you've been to some of our workshops before, some of this you will seem a little familiar to you at the beginning, and then towards the bulk of it, it's brand new information. So I'm really excited to share it with you. So maybe you're wondering if you're in the right place, right? But this workshop is for the woman who is tired of feeling like there's never enough time to get everything done. Raise your hand if you can relate to that feeling of there never being enough time to get everything done. I just want to reassure you that you are correct. There's not enough time to get stuff done. It's just like that's not reality, right? So in a dream world, we would love to clone ourselves so that we can put the other us to work, right? And maybe I could finally take a break. Like if there were two of me, I always say if there were two of me, things would go a lot more simple. That's kind of the dream. Like I just need a second me to get half of my stuff done so that I can get the other half of my stuff done, and then maybe we could both take a break at the end, right? You want to find a way to balance home and work and health and relationships without stressing out about whichever one you're not currently working on. I think all of us probably feel that way sometimes. Like we can maybe focus on one thing, two things at a time really well, and everything else has to kind of go on the back burner, right? More than anything, you want to be able to peacefully take care of your family, yourselves, and your tasks so that you can actually enjoy your life, be able to give to others joyfully and peacefully without feeling like all you're giving everybody else is just your leftovers because you're so exhausted at the end of the day. All right, this is not for you if you can totally handle your schedule every day, all day, and you never feel overwhelmed at all. Is anyone like that in here? You'll probably get nothing out of this workshop. I'm really sorry. But if you end up feeling overwhelmed every now and then, if you feel like your schedule is often more than you can actually handle, you are in the right place. So let's do this. Today, the workshop includes a lot of practical tips. You might want to grab a journal, a notebook, something like that, so that you can take some notes. There will be practical tips, things that you can implement right away. But also, this is not your average workshop, and I am truly the worst secret keeper in the world. We've been hinting at it for all week long, really. But tonight we are opening up doors to the Anchored Life Club at the end of this workshop. Whether you join us or not, the workshop itself is full of a ton of practical things that you will want to take notes on and be able to take away and implement in your life starting tomorrow. But if you've been checking out our membership, the Anchored Life Club, we are opening doors to new members tonight, and we are introducing 3 fun bonuses for current members and new members. So we'll talk about those a little bit later. We are also going to give away a full year of the club. So stay tuned till the end and we'll give you a chance to enter that giveaway. All right, let's get to it. My first question for you is, how do you typically handle a massive to-do list? All right, I'm going to give you a couple of options. Are you do-it-all Debbie? Now, Debbie is super detail oriented. She loves planners and color coding. She creates that detailed plan for every moment of the day. And she, has everything down to the second of when each task is going to get done. She doesn't leave any time for margin. She fills in every block of time because there's so much to do and no time to rest. She knows, hey, I've got a lot on my plate and I'm going to tackle every single thing. What ends up happening is she ends up feeling really stressed about making sure that everything gets done correctly. So she either barks orders at her family and yells at them about how to do it the right way, or she just ends up doing everything herself. Tell me in the chat, have you ever been do-it-all Debbie? Is that how you handle a massive to-do list sometimes? All right, the other option, well, one of the other options is avoidance Annie. Now, Annie wants to do a good job. She wants to do a good job. So she tries to figure out a few different plans in her head because she just isn't quite sure where to start. There's so many options, right? Eventually she decides she doesn't know where to start. There's no way she can possibly get everything done because she can't even make the plan to get to it, right? So she ends up defeated before she even starts. And she decides just to shift her attention to something else that does make her feel productive and successful. She avoids the to-do list altogether and gives her attention to something else. Have you been Annie? Yes. Okay, I see. I'm grumpy like Debbie, but also Annie. Yep. Annie sounds like me. Analysis paralysis. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. I think a lot of times, and I'll talk about this in a minute, I think a lot of times we can be Debbie and Annie. I am certainly Debbie and Annie. The third option is prioritized Penny. Okay. Newsflash, we're going for Penny here today. So Penny takes a few minutes first before she dives into any of her tasks to identify what's most important on the list so that she knows where to start. She creates a focused plan that focuses on those important things. So she makes sure that she gets the priority done without stepping outside the limits of what she or her family can handle. She delegates appropriate tasks to family members. She explains instructions and then she releases them to do their work while she does hers. She's not barking orders. She's not micromanaging. And what ends up happening is that she and maybe her family are able to accomplish the tasks, the to-do list with grace, not without hiccups, right? Like life happens, stuff gets in the way, but without rush, without stress, knowing that she focused on the thing that really was the most important. Penny is not perfect. Rosemary, no. But she approaches her home and life with more of a balanced approach. And that's what we're going for here today. So tell me in the comments, who are you? Which option are you most like in the way that you typically approach your to-do list? Tell me in the chat. I'm like Annie, number 2. Yep, Annie. Courtney, you're like Penny. That's awesome. Kelly, Annie, Debbie. Yep. Annie, because I'm overwhelmed and then I shut down. Shannon, that's such good insight. That happens to all of us. Absolutely. Overwhelm makes it super hard for us to stay motivated and keep going, right? Feels like we don't know where to start or we just can't get to all of it. Yes, good. Okay, I love it. Good job, guys. Well, hello, my name is Casey. If you're here, we've probably met before, but in the context of this workshop, I want to let you know that I am 100% a Debbie Annie combo, depending on my mood. If I am super overwhelmed and I just feel like there's not really a clear path forward, I'm 100% Annie, and you will find me binge watching a show or organizing a part of my home instead of doing the actual task that I need to get done. But if I am really focused and high strung, I can very easily be Debbie, especially if we're in like a time crunch and I am on my family's case to get stuff done. But that doesn't work well, right? Like for any of us, that just doesn't work well. And I have over time gotten really sick of that pendulum swing between Debbie and Annie, either trying to control everything or avoid everything and never actually feeling like I was productive or peaceful at all. I wasn't getting anything real done. And neither one of those actually worked long term. What I realized I needed was a priority-based approach to home and life like Penny. Now, someone said Penny is perfect, right? And she's, I mean, sure, in the picture and like in that description, she is perfect. But remember that the prioritized plan, like the prioritized life that Penny lives, is not without hiccups, like we said before. It's just a more peaceful, balanced approach to all of it so that we don't have that pendulum swing anymore. Maybe we can stay a little bit more in the center. So in order to switch up the way that I was approaching everything, I created my own system. And that allowed me to really stay in the center a little bit more, find a realistic home, work, life balance, not perfect, but finally quitting that feeling that I could not ever catch up on anything or do anything well. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, ditching that Debbie Annie swing. And we're going to break down Penny's prioritized life tonight. All right, our first step is talking about some common mistakes that trip all of us up. So I've been doing this work in productivity and planning and organization for a really long time. And at this point, it's almost 15 years. So tonight, we're going to talk about 3 mistakes and 3 possible solutions. The first mistake that I see in myself, I'll be totally honest, and in a lot of the women that I talk with, is that we believe we should be able to get it all done. On some level, even if we say we don't, we think, but I should be able to. Can you relate to that? We have been told, especially in our culture today, that we can have it all, which by default means that we should be able to manage it all. If we can have everything, that means we should be able to balance everything, right? We should be able to, be that, what do they say? Boss mom, be a perfect homeschooling mom or a perfect at school mom. Be a great wife, run your house with excellence, cook all the meals from scratch. If we can have it all, we should be able to manage it all. But that is not true. It is just a complete lie. The truth is we only have 24 hours in a day. And I've heard that whole like Beyonce has 24 hours in a day too, right? But Beyonce has an entire team of people and we do not. So we all have 24 hours in a day. Our time is limited, so we have to limit our expectations of ourselves as well. Let's pretend our day is this pie that we're looking at right now, okay? And these are just like, guesses. Your day might look completely different than this, but say we spend, 4 hours eating together as a family or cooking, getting all the food together. We spend 2 hours cumulatively throughout the day tidying our house, 6 hours working, 4 hours in the car, taking our kids to 16 different places, sleeping for maybe 6 hours, fingers crossed, and doing something else for 2 hours, right? That fills our day. Can we really honestly be able to expect ourselves to do it all? I'm going to say no. I'm just going to say no. Our plates as women are really full and they have limits. We always in our community, we remind ourselves that there is a God and we are not him. He holds things together. We do not. We have limits. So understanding that we cannot do everything, what we're left with is needing to make a decision. We have to choose what's most important and let the rest go. The most important thing, that's our priority. And that is kind of the basis for this prioritized life that we're talking about tonight. Narrowing things down to what is that most important thing and figuring out how do we align our days, our weeks, our months around that instead of feeling like we should be able to do all of the things. All right, mistake number 2, we act as though everything is equally important. If we think we have to do everything, then we also act like all the things on our list have the same importance. I asked in this morning's email, I asked people to write back and let me know, like, what's the hardest part of prioritizing your life right now? And so many women wrote me back this exact thing. And I was like, oh, perfect. That's what we're talking about tonight. But not everyone, a lot of people wrote, everything feels important. Everything is important. So how do I figure out what to do when all of it matters? And I get it, right? We want to serve our families, our communities. We want to do it well. So that ends up having us feel like we need to say yes to everything. So we do. We say yes to all the things that we feel like we should be able to do. But what happens is we split our time, we split our attention, we split our focus, and that results in efforts that can be incomplete, and it results in complete exhaustion for us, right? Have you ever, tell me in the chat, overcommitted and ended up exhausted, burned out, and feeling guilty because you felt like you were supposed to be able to do all of the things? Yeah. Yes, me too. Me too. But the truth is, if everything is equally important, then nothing is actually important, right? If we want to give our time, our attention, our focus to the truly important things, we have to know what they actually are, because important means set apart, above the rest. It doesn't mean on the same level as everything else. We have to be able to identify those things that are our true priorities. So we're balancing a lot of things all the time as women, right? Faith, family, work, home, health, service to others, all kinds of things. Now, these are all meaningful parts of life. They are, but they cannot be of equal importance all the time. There are seasons when some outrank others. There are seasons when some necessitate a priority over another. We have to let our priority, our true priority, clarify what really matters right now. So we need to figure out, okay, in this season, where we are right now, what has to be the most important thing for the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. All right. And what happens is when we figure out what that most important thing is in this season, we kind of use that as a filter. That priority becomes a filter that helps us take all of those things from equal importance to building each of them on a foundation of, okay, the most important, and then what's next, and then what's next. And then we work our way up to what's least important right this second. When that priority is doing its job, we can build a balanced plan that is founded on what is most important right now and understanding what can wait. I'm not saying that all of those things aren't valid, meaningful, important in their own rights. But in each season, we have to figure out what takes priority right now so that we can give it our full attention and let the other things rest for a minute until they get their own turn to be the priority, right? All right, mistake number 3, last mistake for tonight. When a plan doesn't work, we get frustrated and quit altogether. Tell me in the chat if that's you. I make a plan, I try the plan doesn't work, I throw the plan out and I start all over. Tanya, yes. Claire, yes. Tanya, yes. Jennifer, yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. If I do nothing else tonight, I'm going to try and convince you not to do that. All right. As women in a culture that really quietly expects perfection, we often expect that our plans should and will work the first time. And if they don't, then that must mean that we failed, right? Oh, I made this plan, the plan didn't work, so I'm a failure and I have to completely start over. But I want to kind of turn that on its head and encourage you that maybe if the plan doesn't work, you're not a failure. Maybe it's the plan that failed. A lot of times we have what I like to talk about as an upside down view of the plan. All right. The truth is the plan is not the boss of you. You make a plan, you want to work the plan, but then you feel like, well, I wrote down this checklist of things to do, so now this is what I have to stick with. And if you find that it doesn't work, you throw it out the window, you start all over and you feel like a failure. That only happens when we look at the plan as the boss instead of ourselves as the boss of the plan. I'm not saying the boss of our lives, we don't have that much control, but when we're making a plan for our homes, for our lives, for our schedules, we are the boss of that plan. And that means that we have the authority to change it up as we see fit, as many times as it takes. All right. This is typically the approach that we take. We've got our plan with our checklist and we let it yell at us what we are supposed to be doing. But sometimes that just doesn't work because what the plan was that we had in our head that we wrote down on paper doesn't actually play out the same way in real life that we think it's going to. Instead, I want you to embrace your role as the boss of the plan and be able to tell the plan what it should be doing. All right. So if things get messed up, if the plan goes awry, instead of throwing the whole thing out, we are just going to learn how to tweak the plan in order to make it work for you. The plan is the tool. You are the boss. So you get to decide how to make that plan work for you. So let's review. We've got 3 mistakes that I see all the time. Tell me 1, 2, or 3 in the comments, which one is most you? And you can say all 3, that's fine. But tell me which one is the most you. Okay, mistake number 1 is we believe we should be able to get it all done. Mistake number 2, we act like everything is of equal importance. And mistake number 3, when a plan doesn't work, we get frustrated and we throw it out, we quit altogether. Okay, I see lots of 3s, lots of 1s, a few 2s. Yes. Yeah. We all make these mistakes on a regular basis, and I'm just here tonight to encourage us to stop doing these 3 things. All right, we're going to try our very best to stop doing these and shift to something that works a little bit better. Instead of this, hamster wheel of planning and failing and planning and failing, we are going to work on making a prioritized plan that actually works for us. And I've got 3 steps for you here. We're going to dive into each of these individually, but let's start by just talking about them right up front. The first step is we are going to take care of all of those less important, truly less important, but necessary tasks. All those things that you have to do every single day, every single week, every single month that tend to get in your way because they take up so much of your time. All right, we're going to take care of all of those in one fell swoop. The second step is then once those things are taken care of, we're going to be able to focus our time and energy on our priority, the thing that is truly important in this season. The last step is going to be to surround yourself with a support system, friends, family, to help you stay encouraged, motivated, and held accountable. All right, let's dive in. One step at a time. This is where you may want your notebook, your journal, your pen out to take some notes. All right, step number 1, we want to put the essentials on autopilot. If we are making a prioritized plan for our life, the first thing we have to do is take care of those day-to-day basics that take up so much of our time and attention. Did you know that the average person spends 3 hours a day making over 120 decisions every single day? 3 hours of every one of your days is spent making basic decisions. What are we going to have for dinner? What am I going to wear today? What time do I have to be at that place? Should I say yes to this? Should I say no to that? 3 hours every single day. We are planning, we are cleaning, we are cooking meals, we're taking care of kids, we're doing so many things. And honestly, I'm not going to tell you that those things don't have to be done, because they do, right? Like, it would be great if I could come on here and say, you never have to cook another meal again in your life, but that's literally not reality. The basics have to be done, but we have to figure out when we're going to do them and how we're going to do them. And all of those decisions take up mental space, energy, time. We're legit throwing hours away every single day just by decision fatigue. All right. So what we want to do is get these basics into a system that runs on autopilot so that they can stop taking up room in your head and start freeing up your hours to focus on the stuff that actually matters to you. Because I'm guessing that even though, you care about what goes on the dinner table every night, it might not be your priority on a regular basis. And what we want to do is be able to feel like our days, our weeks, our lives line up with the things that are truly important to us. So in order to get these basics on autopilot, we want to write down 3 things. And it's really basic. It's very straightforward, but it's such a game changer when you have this on paper. So what we want to do is write down what needs to happen daily, weekly, and monthly. All right. What are those things that must be done every single day? What are the things that need to be done every single week? And what are the things that need to be done every month? You can even expand it to what needs to happen every quarter and what needs to happen once a year. We literally just want a list of these things so that we don't have to try to remember them every single day. We want it on paper in a system so that we know exactly what we are supposed to be doing on a regular basis without having to think about it. So for each one of these steps, I'm going to give you a peek into my system and how I do this. So right here, you'll see my checklist for this month of the year, August, and I have daily habits written down, weekly habits, and monthly projects. All right. I have divided my entire year into 12 checklists like this, where I can easily keep track of my daily habits, those things that are important that need to get done on a daily basis. Bible reading, exercising, making the bed, throwing in a load of laundry, sorting the mail, all of those basic stuff that you do every day, but maybe you don't keep track of, and then you fall behind on one of those things or another, right? So those daily habits are right there. And then the things that I know I need to get to every week. Now, when I print this out, I write right next to each one, like, okay, I'm going to meal plan on Friday. I'm going to dust on Mondays. Like, I know which day of the week I'm getting it done on, so that I can very easily add it to my planner and make sure that it's getting done. My monthly projects, I have a whole like schedule throughout the year so that I know I'm going through my entire house from top to bottom, and my monthly projects change up each month depending on what needs to be done that month. My air filters get changed every 3 months or every 6 months or something like that, right? I don't even know off the top of my head, but I know it's in my system so that I don't have to think about it again. I just, when I see it come up, I can order the air filters and make sure that they get changed. So this is how this works for me really well. You can do this in your notes app. You can do this in a journal. You can do this, on a checklist just like this. It's really up to you. But the point is, we want to create a system that gets all of these urgent tasks out of our head so that our mind is freed up to focus on what's more important. All right. These things are urgent. They are necessary, but they aren't really our priority for our day-to-day life. So we want to get that system down so that we can basically clear out some space in our minds for everything else that really does matter to us. Tell me in the chat while I take a sip of tea so I don't start losing my voice already. How would it feel for you to get that system in place so that you don't have to think about all of those necessities on a daily basis? Freeing, lovely. It makes me want to cry. Oh, Jamie, I get that. I get that. I wouldn't be stressed over my messy house. It would be wonderful. A breath of fresh air. Yes. Yes, that's what we're going for. That lightening of our load, that's our focus here today. Like that's the point of the whole thing, is to be able to have a little bit more freedom across the board. Love that. Yes. Okay. Good job, you guys. All right. Number 2, step 2 in our prioritized life plan is to focus in on what matters. Now, we are only able to do this after we do step 1, right? I want you to raise your hand, not actually but tell me in the chat if you've got a billion projects in the back of your mind that you really need to get to at some point. Who has the at some point projects? Tell me in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Now, I'm going to say this too. Your at some point project might just be spending time with your family. It might be actually taking a nap and resting. It might be finally starting to make time to exercise. We have so many things that we really want to get to, And because all of those urgent things keep popping up, we find it very hard. Raise your hand if at some point never seems to get here. Is that just me or is it you guys too? Yes. Okay. All right. Good. I'm talking to the right people. So chances are this is not actually your fault, because what you've been doing is putting off the important things out of necessity, because all of those urgent, essential tasks that have to be done keep popping up and stealing your attention. That's what happens when we don't have a system for all of those necessities. So let's imagine we've done step one. Thankfully, we've put all of those essentials on autopilot, which means that we've cleared out a lot more brain space for the important things. Now is when we finally get to actually live out our priorities and make progress on all of those things that we have put off. And the way we do that is we focus on just one project at a time. One project at a time. So I'm going to show you the background of my system. I cycle through 6 zones twice a year, one project at a time. Okay. So each month I take a zone, I focus on that zone, and I figure out what is the priority in this area that really needs to be handled in this season. So in my bedroom, maybe my bedroom, I don't know about you, but my bedroom happens to be, I call it the place where everything goes to die. Like everything catches, or the bedroom is the catch-all. Everything collects in there. So when it's time for me to focus on my bedroom, I know that my priority is, creating a space in there that is truly restful and relaxing for myself and for my husband. So when I do this, I pay attention to what's important to myself and my family in this season. And then I'm able to cycle through these different zones and make sure that I get to everything. When we decide to focus on just one project at a time, or I'm going to go back, one zone at a time, instead of spreading ourselves thin across 17 different projects, we are able to make significant progress and actually complete what we start. That is why we talk so much at Anchored Women about just focusing on one thing at a time. I don't think you've ever heard me praise multitasking one time ever because it just doesn't work. When we spread ourselves thin across all of these projects that we want to do, what happens is we end up feeling like we already talked about. All these things just have to wait because I don't have enough of myself to give to them to get it done. We do, Rachel, that's a great word. We feel scattered. We feel scattered instead of focused. Now, when we just focus on one project at a time, one priority at a time, we are able to feel satisfied and peaceful because we know that our time and our energy are spent on the things that truly matter, the things that matter to us, that matter to our families, that are like, we're actually, tell me in the chat, how would you feel if all of those things that you keep having to put off finally started getting done one by one, and you were actually making progress going through that list, completing a project, checking it off, and knowing I don't have to worry about that for another 6 months, another year, because it's actually finally done. I think you would feel like you could actually start enjoying other parts of your life again, because you aren't chained to that to-do list. You aren't feeling like you just can't have any fun because there's just so much to do. Catherine, I'd actually get to have a date night. I'd probably cry. I'd feel relieved and peaceful. Peggy, Debbie says it's amazing. Kendra, yeah, deciding what to do on my project list gives me decision fatigue. Yes, I totally understand. That's why I have a schedule. I literally have a schedule of this is what we're focused on at different times of the year, so that I don't even have to worry about decision fatigue in that area either. It's all on autopilot. Does that mean that I can't change things around. No, I absolutely do change things around based on what is more important in our family, in my personal life at the time. But having a framework to work with is really helpful. All right, step number 3. One thing that I hear so many of us say we struggle with is finding people to help us and following through. Finding people to help us and following through. Let's talk about that. All right. Prioritize Penny does not live her life in isolation. She doesn't do everything by herself. She's not do it all Debbie. She refuses to do everything on her own. In fact, that even actually sounds bad. Let's say she recognizes that she can't do everything on her own. She is able to accept reality in that situation. She needs people around her. We need people around us for 3 main reasons, at least in this context. All right. Number 1, we need encouragement and inspiration. We need friends to rally alongside us and tell us we can do it and give us ideas for how to do it well and how to do it better, whether that is meal planning or cleaning our closet or homeschooling our kids or taking care of our aging parents or whatever it might be. We also need people for accountability. I need friends that are going to tell me, hey, Casey, you need to get back on track. Hey, Casey, I see that you say you want to do this, but your schedule is full of this. Is there something off there? Can I help you in this area? I need people for accountability. And I need people for, and Penny needs people for actual help, actual physical help, right? We need to remember that we can't do everything by ourselves, and we need to learn how to accept help from others, ask for help from others in a way that blesses us and the other people. All right, I'm going to give you a peek into my support system. I have 2. In fact, I'm going to switch the order of these because my first support system is my family. This is an old picture. My kids are a little bit older now, and guess what? They are super capable. They are able to help me, to pitch in, to start cooking dinner, to start cleaning things, to even do their own planning. This is a new season of life for us, and everybody in my house has the physical ability to pitch in and help. And that is good for all of us. For a very long time, I felt like if I'm going to be a good wife, if I'm going to be a good mom, I have to do all of this myself because that is what validates my identity. That's what makes me a good servant. And I have learned that that is not the case. That is not the case. Yes, I want to serve my family well. Yes, I want to do everything that I can to make their lives comfortable and wonderful and really be able to show God's love through my service to them. But that doesn't mean I do everything for them, and it doesn't mean that they never help. In fact, I'm going to get on a soapbox. I will jump right off, but I am actually doing my children a disservice if I don't help them learn how to pitch in and help in a family environment, because I am raising adults eventually, and I want them to be responsible, independent adults who are able to take the initiative and help other people out. So this is my first support system. I go to my husband first and then my kids, because these are the people that live inside my house and we all have to care for it together. But I also have a support system online, and I will tell you, this has been such a huge blessing to me. Our Anchored Life Club community group is, it's just a really special place. We help each other, hold each other accountable. We help each other follow through on our projects. We remind each other that people trump productivity. We have monthly meetings for accountability with our projects and things like that. And more than anything, I think I love how we encourage each other and share ideas, because we are all like-minded in the sense that we want this balanced, prioritized approach to life so that we have more time and energy to spend with our people on the things that matter most to us. I know I see some of you in here. So if you're in the Anchored Life Club, will you tell us in the chat, do you find this support system to be helpful for you as well? I find it to be helpful for me. It is one of my favorite places to be online. Okay, good. Amazing. I love it. I find it invaluable. I love the group. It's very helpful. Good. I'm so glad. It's an absolute blessing. Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like there's something special about having a group of people that that share your values in making sure that we are, well, like it says there, that people are trumping productivity, that we're still trying to get all of our stuff done in the most efficient way, but also knowing that life is not just about our checklists, and we want to figure out a way to do our things in an effective manner so that we can enjoy our people, so that we can grow in our faith, so that we can do all the things that really are our true priority. So that is the other side of my support system, along with my family. When you use a prioritized plan to tackle your home and your life, you end up with these three things. You end up with the basics handled because they are on autopilot. Do you come back and assess them every few months and make sure that the system is still working well? Yeah, you do. But for the most part, you get that decision fatigue gone because everything's running on a system, and it's fantastic. Then you get your projects completed because you are checking them off one at a time as you focus in on just one project, one area of your home, one area of your life at a time, giving it your full attention so you can make true progress. And lastly, you end up with your relationships strengthened because you are not doing everything on your own anymore. And all that does when you're doing everything by yourself is isolate you. When you ask for help, when you find a community, when you partner with the people that are in your home in order to attack your home and life with excellence, all it does is strengthen those relationships. All right, if you take away one thing tonight, I want you to know that it is really possible to live more like Penny, peaceful, prioritized, than like Debbie or Annie. Both Debbie and Annie are stressed out continually on a regular basis, right? Their way of life is not working. Penny's way of life is a little bit more flexible. It's a way of less instead of more. And what she does is create this prioritized plan for home and life so that we can do the things that we want to do. We can get the stuff done that has to be done, and we can live out our priorities on a daily basis. That is what we want. At least that's what I want. So the big question is that what you want? Do you want to make that prioritized plan for your home and life? You can either spend time swinging between Debbie and Annie, or going all in on Debbie or Annie, constantly exhausted, either by the controlling others or being overwhelmed by all the things that we have to get done. Or you can be more like Penny, prioritizing your life in confidence, making sure that those important things are getting done and freeing your time up for the rest of the stuff that matters the most. Tell me in the comments, do you want to be Debbie, Annie, or Penny? I didn't mean to pick names that all ended in E. It just happened that way. Peggy, I want to be Penny, but I'm not sure if I can do it. That's where the support comes in, Peggy. That's where the support comes in, because together we can do it one little step at a time. All right. This is me. I am a systems girl. There are a lot of things I'm really terrible at, guys. I'm not good at parallel parking. I'm really awful at exercising. I'm good at making and eating brownies, which is not a good thing, but I am excellent at systems. Figuring out how to make things work together in an efficient way that is not only flexible, but also customizable. That is my strength. So I have spent a lot of time creating a system that does help me and hundreds of other women live more like Penny than like Debbie or Annie. So today I'm going to share that system with you. It is a monthly system that teaches a priority-based approach, just like we talked about today, to every aspect of your home and life. And essentially, like the goal of it is to free up your time for the things that matter most without you feeling like you're also sacrificing your productivity. We're getting stuff done, but we're getting it done in a peaceful way without being stressed out all the time. So if you are ready to quit that exhausting decision fatigue, if you are ready to save your energy and your time even for the stuff that really matters, I would love to introduce you to the Anchored Life Club. So the Anchored Life Club is our signature monthly membership that teaches this priority-based approach to home and life. And we do two things. We pair live coaching with done-for-you resources with the goal of helping you find that sweet spot between productivity and peace. This is what we're here for. It's not just a hey, I created these resources, here they are for you. It is really my team and I walking with you, helping you implement the resources every month, customize them for your own home and family, find other people that share the same values as you and encourage you along the way. It's a different kind of community, but it comes with a lot of really great resources. So just for you guys tonight, enrollment is open. Stephanie just shared the link in the chat. Officially, we will launch tomorrow, but you guys get early access, which is great because tomorrow we already have a call that you can come to. We have another one coming up here in about a week and a half. There's a lot that you can dive right into now, but I want to show you a bird's eye view of everything that you can get inside the Anchored Life Club. So there's essentially 4 parts of the club. The first part is those monthly done for you resources. And a lot of that is some of the things that I was talking about today. What we want to do with this collection is put those essentials on autopilot. And these resources really allow you to do that. So we kind of cover 3 areas of life. We give you that checklist every single month. It is pre-filled, but it's also editable. So you can change it up the way that you want to. We give you a ton of fabulous meal plan ideas so that your meal planning process is easy. And then we also give you a scripture-based Bible study along with journaling pages so that you don't even have to think about what you're going to study in the Bible this month. You totally can, but you can also join in with what we're doing inside of the club. So let's look at each one. That master checklist is just like what I showed you earlier. It is what I use. It is what the girls on my team use. It is what a lot of the women in our club use. Everybody kind of picks and chooses which resources that matter the most to them. But the master checklist across the board is a fan favorite. So we have it separated into these 5 different sections. Daily habits, weekly habits, and monthly projects, like we talked about earlier. Those monthly projects change up on a regular basis because we have scheduled out all of those basic things that you need to do to keep your house clean from top to bottom for an entire year schedule, and you get access to that each month. We also have sections for connecting and serving, making sure that you have that time for other people every single month. And we have a section for ideas on rest and wellness. We highly value this balanced approach to life where we are not just checking off boxes on our checklist. We are making time for others. We are making time for ourselves to rest, understanding that we have limits and we need to be able to, have some downtime ourselves as well. All right, we also have meal plan ideas. You get ideas in a few different categories: quick and easy meals, crock pot, instant pot meals, freezer friendly, allergy friendly. And then you can see kind of on here, everything is notated according to your allergies. So you can make sure that you and your family pick the meals that are allergy safe for you. Allison puts these together every month. They're awesome. And she does side dishes and breakfasts and lunches every season, and then meal plan ideas every single month. Like I said, there's a bunch of categories. We also have a family fun night category, which is really fun. And it has to do with one of the, maybe it's pancake day in August, or I don't know. What is August, Allison? I can't remember. So, look, in September 7th or September, it was Monte Cristo Day. So she created a whole menu plan for a fun family night, which is really cool. And then, like I said, allergy notes, just to make sure everybody seems to have allergies lately. We've got a lot in our family. So having a list of, what things have in them or what they don't is really helpful. Side dishes and breakfast and lunches as well. And every recipe is linked, takes you right to it. All right. We also have a Bible study. Some of these I've created, some of these Stephanie has been creating. She's doing such an excellent job there too. The girls on my team, guys, they're just top notch. Stephanie and Allison are knocking it out of the park on a regular basis inside of our membership. So our Bible study really focuses in on just scripture. It does not add opinions. It does not add fluff. It does not add my thoughts or Stephanie's thoughts or anybody else's. We go straight from what the Bible says, and we ask, we have some questions and prompts to help you. So there's an overview for a 20-day plan, along with memory work for every week. Basically, it's 4 weeks, 5 days a week. And then we have printable cards for memory work. And then each week looks like this. There's a reading task by the day. We have prayer prompts at the bottom that are straight from the scripture that we've been studying. Typically, we take 1 chapter a week and we dive into that chapter. We do a deep dive. We really study the Bible in depth so that you don't have to feel pressured to move through the Bible quickly. You can really learn it as you go. These Bible studies are for beginners. They are for people who have been believers for a very long time. We have a lot of people that use them as families, but they are included for you every month inside of the club. We also have journaling pages that go along with the study every single month. All right, Laura says, having a meal plan, a Bible study plan, and so much more, all broken down into manageable action steps, helps keep me on track. And that's our goal, is we've done the hard work of kind of curating these resources for you so that you don't have to go out searching for them in all sorts of different places. They just get delivered to your account every single month. All right, the next part of our Anchored Life Club is our monthly planning session. This is probably one of our most popular things. Before each month begins, we hop on a call to help you put every single one of those resources to use inside of the membership. So we talk through your meal plan. We talk through when you're going to do your Bible study. We talk through setting goals and a focus for the month. We talk through the calendar. We customize our checklist. This is a working call. So I guide you through it, but by the end of the call, you have your monthly plan almost completely done and ready to go. And what that gives you is just a really clear idea of your priority for the month, what you're going to be working on, what is truly the most important, and what you might need to say no to so that you can say yes to some other things. Christina says she loves the monthly planning meetings, and I see you guys talking in the comments. I love the monthly planning calls. It helps me get ready for my month. Yes, I love that. And yes, these calls are recorded and you can catch the replay if you can't join us live. Absolutely. All right, we also have monthly coaching calls. Now, our monthly coaching call is where we make progress on that thing that's most important. So, sorry, hold on. I don't normally talk this much. Okay, so the Done For You resources, they are the things that put those essentials on autopilot. And then these coaching calls and the accompanying workbooks are where we together as a community focus in on what might be most important that month, tackling just one project at a time in one of those zones of life. So we have our life divided into 4 zones of your home and 2 zones of your life. So living areas, bedrooms, kitchen, other rooms, personal life, digital life, are the 6 areas that we cycle through twice a year, and we focus on one project a month. Now, for each project, we use what you see here, which is called our prioritized planning method. And we choose a priority. We let that priority be our filter, like we talked about. We together figure out a customized plan for you that you can implement each month. And then we teach you how to assess the plan instead of just throwing the plan out when it didn't work for whatever that area might be. Maybe we're working on the living area. Maybe we're working on our personal life. Last month, we focused on our Bible study routines. This month, we're focusing on creating a habit of tidiness in your bedrooms for you and for your kids. So whatever the focus might be, we use this method to dive into it and create a plan that's based on what is important to you. And we teach you how to come back and see, is the plan working? If not, how do we tweak it instead of, like we talked about earlier, throwing the whole thing out because it's not working. So in that monthly coaching call, we cycle through each of those 6 zones 2 times a year, which can really give you peace of mind knowing that every area of your home and life will be examined and strengthened throughout the year twice, 2 different times. So even if you miss, the living area coaching call, maybe it was in February and you were having a really rough month, you can rest knowing it's coming back around in just a few months and we are going to be able to dive into it again, maybe in a different way. But also we collect all of these coaching calls in video archives, so you can go back and watch any of them that you want. This is just a really nice review from Cindy that I wanted to include for you. I don't want to read it for you. I can't do that. But that is my goal, is to make sure that you are heard, that I can help you personally troubleshoot anything that you bring questions with. The coaching calls really are designed to help you. We have a process that we go through, but then we have a time for question and answer, which we'll do at the end of today too. But I want to make sure that we are there to support you in whatever way we possibly can. All right, talking about support, the very last thing that you get access to inside the Anchored Life Club is our community. Our community is, I'm totally biased, but it is amazing. The people in our community are just incredible. And it is so much more fun to tackle projects with friends by your side. So a couple of the things that we do in our community that you have the freedom to engage in however you want as a member of the club. If you don't want to be in the online group, you don't have to be. That's okay. If you just want to take advantage of some of them, but not others, we're fine with that. All right. It's really about you getting support the way that you want it. So we have 3 main things that we do. We have our 24/7 online community. It is not on Facebook. We have our own private community inside of Mighty Networks. There's no ads. There's no political commentary. There's no angry Facebook people. It's just our community, and it is always available to members. We also have monthly coffee chats. Our August coffee chat is actually tomorrow night, and we are opening it up to anybody who wants to check it out. But our coffee chats are so fun. We check in with the coaching call topic of the month. It's usually about halfway through the month. Hey, how are you doing on this project? Bring any problems that you might have. Let's troubleshoot through it. We share tons of ideas and encouragement and support for others live in a chat just like this, except everybody's able to, you know, share their problems and talk and things like that, which is really fun. And then we have our quarterly Get It Done days. These are my favorite. I love our Get It Done days, where we take one Saturday every quarter for a couple of hours. We get together on Zoom and every person decides on their own individual project to do. And we literally just get it done. So we meet together, we say, hey, this is what I'm working on. And then we set a timer and we all work independently on whatever our project might be for 45 minutes. We come back and we tell each other, hey, this is what I got done. I remember the very first one, I was organizing my pantry. And when I came back, I was like, hey guys, I found 16 bags of sunflower seeds in my pantry. Who knew, right? Like, so it's really fun to do it together. And we do 2 different 45-minute sessions, one right after the other, and we get so much done because that accountability is there. We are telling each other what we're doing. We're holding each other accountable because we're all live on the Zoom. You can turn your camera on or off. It's totally up to you. But we check in with each other throughout the 2-hour block, and we get so much done during that time. It's really fun. So all of those things are a part of our community. I love this review from Ginger. She says, I never feel like I'm having to measure up and fail over and over. It's not just a system full of more rules to follow. It's a true community with built-in support to encourage you as you work toward creating a home that supports your priorities. That is exactly what the Anchored Life Club is. Such a great way to describe it. So it might sound great. And I know the question is going to be, how much does it cost? That's always my first question when eggs cost $7 million right now. So let's look at what all of these things separately would cost you. We're not going to charge you anywhere near this, so do not stress out when you see that number right there in the center. But I've done my research, and the cheapest like monthly meal plan program that where you get breakfast, lunches, and dinners is around $13 a month. Monthly cleaning and organizing resources like we have in our master checklist is about $19 a month. Bible studies every month are around $20 a month. Productivity coaching, honestly, I could not believe this, for the productivity coaching and the planning coaching. Productivity coaching is like $67 a month. And planning calls and coaching is around $75 a month. Guys, I would never pay that. I'm sorry. I am way too cheap. So, and then a 24/7 community access is about $39 a month. All of that adds up to $233 every single month. We are not going to charge you anywhere near that. That is not our style. With the Anchored Life Club, you do get all of this streamlined into a system that is color-coded. It's beautiful. It's easy to implement for just $34 a month. That is how much the Anchored Life Club costs. However, we also have quarterly and annual plans, and each one of those save you even more money. So our doors are officially open. You can click that link once Stephanie shares it in the chat. I know it's been shared a couple of times, and you can get started for just $34, or you can choose your plan. And I haven't even told you about the bonuses yet. Okay, so your monthly plan, like I said, $34 a month. Quarterly is $90 a month, which works out to about $30 a month. You're saving like $4 a month. Annually, it's $340 a year. You get 2 months totally free when you decide to pay annually. And you can see there that we have some extra fun bonuses for each different payment plan. So let's talk about those real quick. I know we've already gone over our time, so I still want to give you time to ask questions, I'll stick around, but we'll talk about the bonuses real quick and then we'll do our giveaway. So for our monthly members, we have our easy home checklist. These are my favorite. They are the very simple, completely organized for you checklist that I use to run my home and declutter and clean every single area of my house. I think there's 12 decluttering checklists and a few more cleaning checklists. I love these because I can hand them to my children and say, hey, go clean the bathroom. Here's the step-by-step instructions. And here's all the supplies that you need. Hey, let's declutter together. I print these off for their rooms, for mine, and I just work through the steps. Again, it's about eliminating that decision fatigue and just having a checklist that's ready to go. All right, for our quarterly members, we have our brand new meal planner. We have not released this yet. It is completely redesigned. It is gorgeous. It is not available for sale at this point. It is only available as a bonus through the Anchored Life Club when you purchase the quarterly plan. I couldn't think of the word. But also quarterly members get the easy home checklist too. So these are like compounding bonuses. Okay. So every level that you go up, you get more bonuses. Quarterlies get this brand new meal planner. It is so pretty, you guys. It's so pretty. Mine is downstairs. I already printed it out, but this is our best selling meal planner with a brand new design. And there's even more about it on the page that you can see at that link below. If you want to look at it, it's wonderful, but it gives you a full year of meal planning resources that just help you meal plan with ease, saves you time, saves you money. It's the perfect pairing with our meal ideas that you get in the Anchored Life Club every single month. Then if you decide to join annually, you get the easy home checklist, you get the meal planner, and you get access to our quarterly planning sessions. These are seasonal planning sessions where we take time. Think of it as like the monthly planning session on steroids. We look at the entire season. We set our focus. We set our goals, we break our goals down into action steps, and we do it together in a co-working session where you can ask me questions. I can guide you through the process. I can help you troubleshoot and answer anything that you might have. We also come up with our seasonal meal ideas list. We make a bucket list for the season. It is one of my favorite things to do in order to get a really clear focus ready for the quarter ahead. Our fall session is coming up a week from Saturday. So if you join as an annual member, you will get access to that as well, along with all of the planning sessions for the next year. So 4 quarterly planning sessions. All right, so you can choose your plan monthly, quarterly, or annually. It's totally up to you. For less than the cost of one family meal out each month, you can streamline the essentials, you can focus on what matters, you can confidently let go of the rest, and you can do it in a community with true support that cares about you, that wants to help you make sure that your home and life really are lined up with your priorities, what matters to you and your family. That is literally what my team and I are here for. I'll just share a few of these. Lindsay says, everything is so streamlined now. Planning is simple. She said, the Anchored Life Club is worth every penny paid because it takes all of the things in my brain that need to get done, clearly lines them out, and gets my focus where it needs to be. That is our goal. That's our goal. I love it. Cassie said she canceled several other subscriptions because this had everything that she needed. That is my goal. Like, I want the Anchored Life Club to be the one-stop shop for you so that you can very easily have the resources that you need. You don't have to spend your time or energy going a billion other places and finding all of these things individually or signing up for subscriptions for each one individually. You just get it all in one place with the support that you can totally take advantage of. So our doors are open just for you guys tonight. You have that link. You can join us. And let's see, we do have a 30-day happiness guarantee. So if you, for any reason, are, decide to try it out, and then you're like, no, I just don't think that's for me, or, times are tough with finances, I totally get that. You have 30 days to let us know, and we can offer a refund within those first 30 days. After the 30 days, you can cancel anytime. We just can't refund after those first 30 days. But within the 30 days, it's basically like a 30-day trial. And we'd love for you to check it out and see if it fits you and your family. We think it probably will. Our goal is to have it be just very easily customized for you and your family. I love that, Carol. She said the club saves me money. Yes, that. Yay. I love that too. And it does for me too, because the meal plan stuff just saves me a ton of money. Having everything clean and organized means I don't have to go searching for stuff anymore. I know what I have. I don't double buy things. We don't eat out as much because the recipes are great. It's really helpful. All right. Who's ready for a giveaway? Whether you already are a member or you aren't a member yet, you can totally enter this giveaway. All right. It's for everybody. And we are giving away 1 full year of membership, totally free, totally free. So here's what you need to do. We know that we don't like to share our email addresses in the chat. Totally get that. So what we did was we created a Google form for you, and we will pick a winner tonight. We will pick a winner tonight. I will send out the winner in the replay email of this workshop. And what I want to know is, what are you the most excited about inside the Anchored Life Club? So head to that link, anchored-women.com/giveaway. I think Stephanie just shared it. Let's see. Maybe it's coming. How long will you leave it open tonight? I need to check with my husband. Oh, Jamie. Oh, how long will we leave the membership? Oh, the membership is going to be open for 8 days through next Tuesday. There's no rush for you right now. Don't worry about that. I'm just saying, since you're here, you guys get early access to it. But the giveaway is only going to be open through the end of this call. So go enter, come back. And actually I'll leave it open for like 30 minutes after the call. Let's see. I'll say it's open until 7 o'clock p.m. It'll be open until 7 o'clock Pacific time, which is 10 o'clock Eastern time, so that everybody has a chance to enter. And then I'll send the replay out after that too. All right. Whew, that was a lot of information. I'm going to leave this screen up and I'm going to go through. I would love to know, do you have any questions? Now, your questions might be about the Anchored Life Club, but they might be about prioritizing your plan. They might be about any of the topics that we just covered tonight. So let me know, what questions do you have? And I will stick around for a while and answer those for you. You can see that link below. If you are ready to join us, make sure to go and head over there tonight. You can choose your plan and get the bonuses that come along with that plan. If you need more details than what we covered here tonight, the page right there, anchored-women.com/join, that has so much information on it, but you can also always email us, and you can ask your questions right here below. So let me scroll back and see if I missed any questions real quick. Oh, Debbie, I love that. She said the club takes away my decision fatigue and allows me to say, no, I don't have to do that today because it's planned for another day, which is so freeing. I love that. Okay, Jamie asked how long we'll leave it open. So the like I said, the doors will be open to the membership through next Tuesday. So you definitely have time to talk to your husband. I understand that it can be an investment, and I would be talking to my husband too. So yeah, do that. Let's see. I like the look of the new meal planner. Me too. It's so pretty. Oh, okay. Oh, good question. Can we join if we still have a free code from the Anchored Home course? Yes, absolutely. In fact, I would join using that code. If you bought the your Anchored Home course, it includes a free month of the Anchored Life Club. Use that code first while doors are open, absolutely. So you can click through the link inside your course and it should give you that first month absolutely free. That's a great way to go. Question, when we renew, do we automatically get all of the bonuses at our level? Yes. So Ramona, that's a great question. Also, current members are getting their bonuses within the next 2 days if you're on the quarterly plan or the annual plan. But yes, when you renew, the bonuses renew as well. Allison, could you mind talking about the types of recipes included? Oh, great question. So let me go back to that guy real quick. I'm going to have to search 1 second. They come in a bunch of different categories. Here, this will help. So, let's see. I don't think I can zoom in on here for you. Let's start with the meal plan ideas. So we have quick and easy meal plan ideas. There's 4 in that category. There's 4 in the crock pot and instant pot categories. Freezer friendly, each one has 4 in it. And then allergy friendly that are specifically for people with allergies. But then each one of these, like we try for them to be healthy, on the healthier side, and also kind of a wide variety of everybody eats differently, right? And so we try and cover meals that would be the most applicable to the most people. But then we also have all of these notes for you if it's dairy free, if it's gluten-free, sugar-free, and nut-free. Then for the side dishes, we have different categories for that too. Carbs, fruits, veggies, other, which is just kind of like fun stuff. And then sweets for the season. And then we have breakfast ideas and lunch ideas. So all of those things are covered in the meal plan. There's if you want me to read them here, they're like vegetable tortilla roll-ups, garlic Parmesan shrimp spaghetti, barbecue country ribs. Someone this month was just saying that the crock pot Mexican chicken was like really good from this last month. So that's kind of the types of recipes that are included. I hope that answers your question. Let me know if I didn't though. And then are the daily, weekly, monthly checklists editable? Yes, they are. They are editable. So we give you a pre-filled version, but you can go in and change up everything. You can change up some things. You can add your own stuff. You can take things away. They are completely editable and you can just print out your customized version of the checklist. I should have mentioned that. That's a good question. What if we are already full members? Then what about the bonuses? I'm locked in already. Yes, Dawn, we are giving out those bonuses. We're literally just adding them to your account or sending you an email depending on the bonus. Within the next 2 days, you will get that. All right, Shirley, everything is digital. Is that correct? We print it ourselves. Yes, yes. All of our products are print at home or print at the library so that we can keep costs down, honestly, and have everything be just a little bit more affordable for you guys. Can we access the monthly checklists on the website? So yes, the monthly checklists are everything inside the Anchored Life Club is delivered to you through your account inside of the Anchored Women shop. So you just log in, you open up the Anchored Life Club, and all of your resources are there. You can download them, save them to your computer, open the links, all of that kind of stuff. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's very helpful. Good. I'm so glad. Should we only enter the giveaway once or multiple times? Just once. Just once would be great. What's the link to check out the Anchored Life Club? You can see it right there at the bottom. It's anchored-women.com/join. Susie, if we're already yearly members, do we get bonuses? Yes. Catherine, you're taking off. Good. Have a great night. Rachel, I think I'm already a member. How can I make sure? If you log into your Anchored Women account, anchored-women.com it's shop.anchored-women.com, or just email me and I'll check for you. But if you log into your account and go to my courses, if the Anchored Life Club shows up under that, you are a member. If it doesn't show up under my courses, you're not a member yet, and you can join this week. Perfect. Okay. How do I update my subscription to quarterly or annually? I think I pay monthly. That's a great question. If you want to upgrade your subscription to either one of the other levels to get those bonuses, just email us hello@anchored-women.com and we will get that taken care of for you. We'll give you a special link for that. Let's see. I just want to make sure I catch all of your questions. Yes. Yeah. Yep. If you want to change, you can just email us. That's great. I find online connecting with people very difficult. Can you find people in your local area to connect with? Yeah, you can. One of the cool things about Mighty Networks is that if you choose, you can put in the city or the area where you live, and then you can search people that live close to you. And we've had quite a few people kind of match up and find good friends that through the Anchored Life Club that they now talk to outside of the club and are actual friends with, which is really cool. I just love that so much. Amy, does this include access to the planner? That's a great question. It does not. The planner is a separate product. We do use some of the sheets from the planner, like when we do our monthly planning sessions, we give you those monthly prep packs. They also come in the planner, but the full planner itself is a separate product. I'll be signing up tomorrow. Oh, that's fun. I'm so excited. I love welcoming new people in. We have so many fun things planned for you guys. I am very excited. Let's see. Okay, someone said the link to the giveaway says it's over, no longer accepting entries. Did anybody else find that? It shouldn't be. It should be wide open. Let me just check that real fast. Yeah, totally open on my end. Let me know. Let's see. The giveaway link. Okay, Elaine, if you can't enter the giveaway, you can go ahead and just email us and I'll enter you manually. That's totally fine. Okay, let's see. Shelly, if we came on late, is there a replay? Yes. It'll take me a little bit of time to download this and send the replay out. I'll send it out later tonight through an email to everybody. Yes. Lori, hi, I'm a previous member, but I've been out of the club for a few months, just joined for a year, but the quarterly planning was offered at a discount rather than a free bonus. Will that be added to my account later? Yes, it'll be added to your account later. I'm not sure why that was offered, so I'm gonna look at that. Thanks, Lori. But yeah, if you're an annual member, you get it totally free. And that is the bonus that's happening this week. Absolutely. Can you repeat the question to be entered in the giveaway? Yep, it's super simple. What is the thing that you're the most excited about inside the Anchored Life Club? Janet, I love the club and the planner. I'm so happy. Good job. Allison, are we hiring? Not right now, but we do love our team. Okay, have to run. Good. Thank you so much for coming, Stephanie. Naomi, is it fine to be in the Anchored Life Club without the planner, or do you recommend buying the planner too? No, you can totally be in the club without the planner. You don't need the planner. You can, but you definitely don't have to. The things that you need in order to participate in the club are included in the club. So everything that you absolutely need is already in there for you. Rachel, do we get access to these slides? No, I'm not putting the slides out, but I will have the replay available for the next 7 days. Angel, how often is the individual coaching? Okay, that's a good question. So it's not individual coaching, it's all group coaching. We do a coaching call at the beginning of every month, and then we do what we call a coffee chat is halfway through the month, where you can we answer all kinds of questions on the coaching call as well, but then you can also kind of, once you're starting your project for the month, or maybe you're working through one of our courses or something like that that's separate, the coffee chat is a time where you can come and bring any questions that you have, and I will answer that all for you there. Okay. Jen, good question. Can you talk a little more about how the checklist helps you to put your to-do list on autopilot? The work still has to get done, which is time consuming and takes away from my priority areas. Yes, totally. So the goal with the checklist is really to get everything out of your head and onto paper. And a lot of us use our checklist as a family. So for that monthly checklist, you can customize it to be whatever you want it to be, but it is like that one central place where everything is located that needs to be done. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll write one of my kids' names next to each task, or I'll take that monthly checklist and schedule it into my planner on, maybe I do all my monthly projects on one weekend, or maybe I schedule them throughout the month. But what it does is it eliminates that struggle of like, I'm not sure what to do, or I'm not sure where to start. You have the checklist in front of you. You can use the checklist to delegate to others. You can use it to make a plan for yourself to get it all done. You can decide, these things aren't important this month. I'm just going to hold off on them. It's really up to you. But for us, I like to use it by keeping it on my fridge and having that kind of be like the one main place where everybody knows this is the stuff that's got to get done this month, and we're all going to work together as a team to do it. So I hope that's helpful. How many people are typically on the coaching call and the coffee meeting? It can be anywhere from 8 people, where you get a lot more, kind of one-on-one attention if you bring questions, to 30 to 40 people on a coaching call. It really varies depending on the month and who decides to come. So I think I'm going to say like the average is 20. We have almost 400 members. So not everybody takes advantage of the coaching calls and the coffee chats. I think everybody kind of picks and chooses what they like, how they want to be involved. So a lot of people participate in the group, and you can always bring questions to the group and I'll answer those. Or you can bring them to the coffee chat or the coaching, or the coffee chat or the coaching call, and I can answer stuff there too. What time is the coffee chat tomorrow? It is 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern. I'll send out an email tomorrow too. All right, Anna signed up for the club. Yay! Oh, welcome, Anna. I'm so excited for you and for us. We will be very excited to welcome you in. Make sure you come and join the group if that's your thing. Okay, signing off for the night. God bless. Good night. All right, I think that's all the questions. If I didn't get to your question, I got to all the ones that I saw. Let me know if I missed anything. I'll stay on for just a second. I hope that this was helpful for you, whether or not you join the club. This system, you can totally, like, if you chose to, you could create it on your own. Our hope is that having everything in one place just makes it that much easier for you to grab your resources, figure out what matters most to you each month, and then be able to actually get it done instead of just feeling like you're drowning in all of your tasks. Okay, great question. I'm in New Zealand. What time are the coaching classes at? They're always at 5 p.m. Just like tonight, Naomi. So typically Tuesdays at 5 p.m. for the coaching calls and the coffee chats. The monthly planning sessions are typically Saturday mornings. And so are our Get It Done days. So we have those mornings for people, and then we have the evenings. The coaching call and the monthly planning session are always recorded, and we have replays for both of those. The coffee chat and the Get It Done day are not recorded because everybody has a chance to talk and share, and we want everybody to feel comfortable and not worried about what they're going to say because they're being recorded. So those are the two that really are important for you to show up live if you want to participate in them. The coaching call and the monthly planning session, we always record and post the replay for you. Shelly, I've been with you since the beginning. Oh, thank you. I love that. But I don't actually know what plan I'm on. I just know I pay monthly. Totally fine. And if you've been with us since the beginning, you have such a good rate that you probably don't want to change your plan at this point. Let's see. Is there another plan with Anchored Women that people are asking about? This is our only membership or club. Kelly, is there a list of dates and times for the calls before we enter the membership? So we do coaching calls, and things change by the season. We understand that not everybody can attend on the same exact nights all the time. For this semester, we're doing Tuesday nights at 5 p.m. for 5 p.m. Pacific time for the coaching calls and the coffee chat. We do monthly planning calls always on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m., the last Saturday of the month. And then we do rotate the days and times of the coaching calls. Not the times. The times are always 5 p.m. Pacific time, but we do rotate the day of the month, depending on the season and on, honestly, like my family's schedule, because this month or for this semester, the Tuesday nights are what we have available that I can absolutely get to without needing to go to basketball or dance or acting. So we do switch those up every now and then. That's just the schedule for the next few months. I hope that makes sense. But Saturday mornings, always the last Saturday of the month, is our monthly planning call. So that's Saturday mornings at 8 o'clock in the morning. I should probably put that on the sales page. I didn't think of that. But that's good information to share. Thanks for asking that. Okay. All right. Any other questions? I don't want to cut anybody off. Yeah, and the coaching call is always recorded, so you can watch it whenever you have time. Absolutely. If it lands on a holiday, we don't normally have that, but we just bump it up a week. We do it earlier. We release your resources earlier. Resources always come out on the 25th of the month, unless we have to release them a little bit earlier because of the monthly planning session. For example, I think we've had like 4 this year so far where like the last Saturday of the month was like the 23rd or the 24th. So then we release everything a little bit early. We try not to mess with holidays. And then when it comes down to Thanksgiving and Christmas, we do those pretty early so that we don't mess with those holidays at all. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. Awesome. Good. Okay. All right. I'm going to let you guys go then. If you have any questions, the Anchor Life Club will be open all week long. You can email me, ask me any questions that you have at hello@anchored-women.com. We would love to answer your questions there, especially if you're like, oh, I should have asked that and I forgot to. Just send us an email. I will announce the giveaway tonight when I send out the replay. I'll leave the giveaway open for like 20 more minutes, and then we'll download this call and I'll send out the replay and announce the winner of the giveaway in that email so that you don't have to wait to know if you won or not. So thank you all so much for joining us. I'm so glad that you were here. Again, let us know if you have any questions. Doors are open through next Tuesday, and we would absolutely love to see you inside. All right, friends, thanks so much. Have a great night.